Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda 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 Govinda, Gopala 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 Gopala, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Tagore Sitananda. Hare Krishna. Let's start with prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye, Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki, Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim, Yat Kripatam Aham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam, Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram, Hari Om Tat Sat. Namom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing with our Brahma Samhita. We have to do Shloka 40 today, isn't it, devotees? We have to do.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Okay. Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. So we will just do a quick recap, kind of, or at least try to read the Shloka and the translation of 39 and see what we remember so that we can do Shloka 40. Yeah. So, Krishnamurti Prabhu, do you want to read the Shloka 39?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, please, if you don't mind, after you, Mataji.
Okay. Ramadimurti Sukala Niyamena Tishtan.
Ramadimurti Kala Niyamena Tishnam.
Nanavataram akarodu bhuvaneshu kintu.
Nanavataram akarodu bhuvaneshu kintu.
Krishna Swayam Sambhavat Paramah Pumanyo.
Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramah Pumanyo.
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Swati Mataji, kindly read the translation.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sandot Guru. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself the personality as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the forms of Rama, Narasimha, Vamana, etc. and his subjective portion.
Okay. Yeah, you may all be wondering why I have taken up this shloka instead of 40. Mansi Mataji told me that there was some discussion about the shloka she shared from Srimad Bhagavatam, and there were questions about the translation of that particular Srimad Bhagavatam shloka 10 to 40 said, O Supreme Controller, your Lordship previously accepted incarnation as a fish, a horse, a tortoise, Narasimhadeva, a boar, a swan, Lord Ramachandra, Purusharama, and among the demigods, Vamanadeva, to protect the entire world by your mercy. Now please protect us again by your mercy by diminishing the disturbances in this world. O Krishna, the best of the Yadus, we respectfully offer our obeisances unto you. So what was the doubt yesterday? Because Mansi Mataji said there was some clarification on this, especially among the demigods who had this query that Vamanadev, is Vamanadev one of the demigods? Who had this query?
Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. My name is Rohini. Mataji, I had asked this question because Vamandev, like from childhood, we have been hearing among the Tan Avtaras. So I was just confused why Vamandev said among the demigods, why Vamandev's name was there. So I was wondering, are they saying that Vamandev is also a demigod or is it the incarnation?
Okay. Now I'll just reread that line. Okay. Lord Ramachandra, Parashurama, and among the demigods, Vamanadev, to protect the entire world by your mercy. Now, what is your understanding, Mataji, before I can just continue with this? What is your understanding? What do you think Vamanadev is demigod or the Lord himself?
So
Huh?
So
What?
Mataji,
One
Mataji,
second, Rajalakshmi Mataji, 1 second. Let Rohini Mataji finish. You can. Yes, Rohini Mataji. What do you...
I would use the word belief, Mataji. Mataji, my belief is that he is Lord. Vamandev is Lord. This is my belief, Mataji. So I was confused. Why was it written among demigods, Vamandev?
Okay, I'll just touch on that before I go to Shloka 40. Yeah, I'll just hear what Rajalakshmi Mataji has to say. Yes, Rajalakshmi Mataji, please. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Please go ahead, Mataji. Rajalakshmi Mataji, are you there? You wanted to say something. Okay. Rajalakshmi Mataji, yeah, she's here. Rajalakshmi, yeah, Mataji, please, you wanted to say something. Yeah.
No, Mataji, sorry, by mistake it would have got done. Sorry, I was switching devices, so by mistake. Sorry for the error, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
No problem. Thanks for clarifying. Yes, Rohini Matajis and the devotees, see, there is no doubt that Vamandev is the Supreme Lord himself, like you rightly said. It is belief, one thing, and the belief comes from the scriptures. Right, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vamandev, and then we saw how he came as Vamandev and then he grew as Trivikrama also to show that he is not like the demigods. Now, what is the difference there between the demigods and the Lord himself, right? The difference is that Vamandev is the source. I mean, like he's an expansion, internal expansion of the Lord, whereas the demigods, the devatas, are living entities. Okay, a little super powerful living entities. This you got confused because it is saying among the this thing. It said 1 second. It said
among the demigods, Vamandev, that we
among the demigods to Vamandev to protect the entire. Now you see, if you make a statement, the king is among the praja or the subjects. Does it mean that the king is also a subject? I mean, is equal to that subject that we are making the statement there? No, right? And so it is just that use of word there. Just it is said to protect the demigods, right? There is no doubt whatsoever that Vaman Dev is from the internal potency of the internal expansion of the Lord, and he is the Lord himself. And demigods, get bewildered. They are living entities who go through the cycle of birth and death. Whereas Vaman Dev, and then you see Vaman Dev, how he came. I mean, he came to Kashyap Muni and Aditi, right? And then how he showed that he is the supreme Lord, right? And then he also gave the benediction to Bali Maharaj, right? All this shows us that he is the supreme, none other than the supreme Lord himself. So yeah, so these kind of statements, I mean, like, among the minister is among the people, right? Yes, he is one of the people, right? That is also right. But there is a difference. There is a gradation for the minister, right? Just because that statement is made, he is among the people, it doesn't make him the normal person like the other people, right? So among, he is, what to say, he is the only God or only Deva. See, if you take that shloka, Akasham Patitam Toyam Yata Gachanti Sagaram Sarvadeva Namaskaram Keshavam Pati Gacchati, right? So Sarvadeva Namaskaram, there you're saying, Devatas, all the Devatas, even if you bow down to any of the Devatas, where is it going? Keshavam Pati Gacchati, right? So Deva, I mean, like, he's the supreme Lord, right? So I hope that clarified, because Mansi Mataji asked me to just touch upon this before starting. So that's how I took this. Rohini Mataji, and if anybody else had doubt about that, I hope that clarifies, and we can start the next the class for today. Can we?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes. Padma Mataji, kindly read the shloka, 40th shloka.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yasya prabhava prabhavato jagatanta koti swashesha vasudhari vibhuti bhinna tad brahma nishkalam anantam ashesha bhutam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Thank you, Mataji. Pranam.
Anita Mataji, the synonyms.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Synonyms: Yasya, of whom; Prabha, the effulgence; Prabhavataha, of one who excels in power; Jagatanda, of universes; Koti, Kotishu, in millions and millions; Ashesha, unlimited; Vasudhadi, with planets and other manifestations; Vibhuti, with opulences; Bhinnam, becoming variegated; that Brahma, Brahman; Nishkalam, without parts; Anantam, unlimited; Ashesha Bhutam, being complete; Govindam, Govinda; Adi Purusham, the original person; Tam, him; Aham, I; Bhajami, worship. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shobha Mataji, do you think you will be able to read the translation? Because you had raised your hand, so I'm asking you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, can I read the translation? Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji, you are audible.
Yes, Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. I was Govinda.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mataji, 1 second. Translation and purport by His Holiness, His Divine Grace. Yes. Go ahead. Yeah.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose effulgence is the source of the non-differentiated Brahman mentioned in this Upanishads, being differentiated from the infinite of glories of the mundane universe, appears as the indivisible, infinite, limitless truth. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare
Krishna. Karpagavalli Mataji, can you kindly read the purport?
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat. Hare Krishna. The mundane universe created by Maya is one of the infinite external manifestations accommodating space, time, and gross things. The impersonal aspect of the Godhead, the non-differentiated Brahman, is far above this principle of mundane creation. Even the non-differentiated Brahman is only the external effulgence emanating from the boundary wall of the transcendental realm of Vaikuntha, displaying the tri-quadrantal glory of Govinda. The non-differentiated Brahman is indivisible, hence is also one without a second and is the infinite and residual entity. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare.
Thank you, Mataji. So before we just try to understand, I'm seeking prayer blessings from all of you to be able to say some few things about this particular shloka as a purification for myself. I would like to just refer to Bhagavad Gita shloka 27 of chapter 14, which says, Brahmano hi pratishtaham amrutasya vyayasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya shuka yasya kantikasya cha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. And I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness. Who is saying this? I am the basis of impersonal Brahman.
Lord Krishna.
Lord is saying.
The Lord is saying, right? So here now, if we read I'm going to just read the translation here again. I worship, Brahma is saying, I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose effulgence is the source of non-differentiated Brahman, mentioned in the Upanishads, being differentiated from if infinity of glories of mundane universe, appears as the indivisible, infinite, limitless truth. So whether it is Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita Upanishad, whether it is Upanishad or whether it is Brahma Samhita or Srimad Bhagavatam, we will see there is no controversy or there is no contradiction, not controversy, there is no contradiction. The shloka in Bhagavad Gita also said the same thing, that he is indivisible, he is infinite and limitless. Now the mundane, in the purport, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj says, the mundane universe created by Maya is one of the infinite external manifestations accommodating space, time, and gross. So now, and then he also says the impersonal aspect of Godhead, the non-differentiated Brahman, is far above this principle of mundane creation. Now there are, see, like we see the aspect of achintya bheda tattva here also. Now how are we going to see that? See, first of all, the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we must always remember, and through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the causeless mercy of devotees starting from Srila Prabhupada, we are able to understand this. Brahman, the aspect that Brahman is divine, right, is the effulgence from the Lord himself. So anything from the Lord, we know, is as divine as himself. Like we have seen, the Lord is non-different from his name, from his paraphernalia, from his dham, from his leelas. The same way, the effulgence coming from the Lord, right, is also non-different from the Lord. But at the same time, it is also differentiated. It differentiated with respect to material creation. Now, how is it differentiated with respect to material creation? Even though the whole, the whole of universe, whatever the creation, okay, is the light that we get. Of course, we say it is the sun, but of course, from the sun, who is giving the light or the brightness to the sun? It is coming to the Lord or to the Lord's effulgence. So the Brahman effulgence is being all pervasive, and that is how we are able to perceive or see things, right? So in one sense, it is non-differentiate from the Lord because it is coming from the Lord. And it is differentiated because it is in the in the material world, okay? And it is not purna, or it is not paripurna. Like we know that there are three types of ways to understand the Lord. What are the three types? This also shloka comes in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Anybody wants to try? What are the three types of this thing we understand the Lord? Anybody
Brahmeti
remember?
Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti
Bhagavani
Sapte.
saptate. Yeah, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti saptate. But then we know when we have heard, right? Those who are worshipping the Brahman or the effulgence of God, they reach the Brahman aspect, but then they have to come back and then go beyond that to the Vaikuntha planets, right? Have we heard this in other classes, in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam? Have we heard this? Have you heard of this, devotees? Have you all
Yes,
heard?
Mataji, I heard they have to come back, but I didn't know they go back to Vaikuntha.
No, after, see, they come back and then, I mean, all jivas, they come back and then they get in touch with devotees, they get into devotional service and they go back. See, what is the aspect that happens in Brahman? If we understand that, then you will understand this aspect also. In Brahman, only the Sat aspect of the Sat Chit Ananda aspect, only the Sat aspect is there of the Lord. That means the eternity. Acharyas say those who reach the Brahman effulgence, it's like they are sleeping, they have a dirgha kala sleep, but then they are, they are able to see the activities in the Vaikuntha lokas, and then they realize that how, it is after a point of time that it is useless, just to sleep without any activity. Like all of us have experienced, like when we are too stressed out or when we want a break from the monotony, the everyday routine, right? But because this has been my personal experience, like when you want to take a break, the first day, the first time, it can be, relative's house, it can be an outstation or whatever, one day or half a day, it is nice because these places you go, we are not into our day-to-day activity. We think we can go and relax there, but at the end of first day, when one feels saturated, it says, how long can you sit without any activity? Have any of you experienced this, devotees?
Yes, Mataji.
Right?
Yes, Mataji.
So
It's
imagine
too difficult idle.
to do
Even half a day we
do-
can't wait, Mataji.
yeah, or half a day, right? So imagine the Brahman effulgence, they are sleeping for such a long time, and then they are seeing the devotees and the Vaikuntha Loka, this thing that they are doing activities. Then when they come back, they take into activities, take into devotional activity very quickly, because they have, it is the Paramatma, guides them towards that, because that repentance is there, right? So that is, so that aspect of Brahman is also, you can say it as non-different, is different from the Lord, because when the Lord is there, in the Vaikuntha or the Goloka planets, there is no question of no activity, isn't it? There, all the living entities, all the jivas are serving the Lord, constantly serving the Lord, tirelessly, or not tirelessly, without any break, right? So in that sense also we can see that it is different, but it is again non-different because it is coming from the Lord himself, right? So, and of course, like how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj is saying that the Lord, the transcendental realm of Vaikuntha displaying the tri-quadrantal glory of Govinda. Anybody wants to try what here the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj is saying? Tri-quadrantal glory of Govinda. Anyone, any try. It's okay whether it's right. It's not a question of right or wrong. It's just a question of try.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes,
It
Mataji.
may mean that the spiritual world is 3 times more than
Yes.
the one part material world. Like that.
It is 3/4 in the entire creation. The material world is only 1/4, and the 3/4 of the material of the creation, not material creation. The entire creation, 3/4 is the Vaikuntha planets. Vaikuntha planets, I mean, up to Golok Vrindavana, right? So, in that sense, Brahman is, non-differentiate from the Lord, and different because of the only the effulgence aspect of it, right? And then also we can understand how it is different and non-different. Now, when we talk of service to the Lord, when you have the Archa Vigraha, right, we do so many things. But what can we do with an effulgence? Can we dress? Can we bathe? Can we feed? I mean, feed in the sense offer. Can we sing or dance for the Brahman effulgence? Can we?
No, Mataji.
No. So you see the difference there. There is again, right? But of course, it is infinite, and that is why in the end, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj says 2 things. He hence is also one without a second, and is infinite and a residual entity, right? It is a residual entity. It is like a byproduct. Like if those of us who know this Puran Poli, or we call Obbattu here in Bangalore, right? It is a sweet, I can say it is a sweet chapati. We make the filling, like how we make aloo parota. The filling is made of dal and jaggery, and then it is put into a dough and then made like chapati, though it is not, it has to be done in the hand, and then it is baked on the tawa, right? Invariably, what they do when they do this, they make rasam out of that sweet portion of it. Like it's a byproduct. I'm saying it is a byproduct. So like that, the Brahman effulgence, the rasam also is sweetish, is the residual entity of the Supreme Lord. It is as sweet as the Supreme, but it is not complete. Since the rasam has a little of tangy and spicy taste, it is not as sweet as the sweet itself, the sweet chapati that is made, but it is of course tasty, but has a little of this thing. I mean, some amount of incompleteness. I mean, I'm just giving one mundane example just to understand what is the residual or a byproduct of it. So in this shloka, and also it is talking about the mundane universe is created by Maya, is one of the infinite external manifestations accommodating space, time, and gross things. Space, time, and gross things. Time aspect we know. I mean, we know in the sense what is the thing about time in the spiritual world. Time is very conspicuous by its absence in the spiritual world. It is very, it is just absent. That is how. And for us now, it is difficult to understand there is no question of, no concept of time. It is eternal. That is why it is eternal. If you say there is time, then it cannot be eternal, right? Time means, start and finish. But then, since the Vaikuntha planets are eternal, time is also eternal, right? And then next is gross things. Of course, we know the gross things here, the Jadavastu that is created, the gross things that is here. And then space. Actually, I have not read this, but in several of lectures from various speakers and acharyas I have heard that in the spiritual world, say we are at one particular place, and at that moment we want to do some service, and then we are not able to go till there. then we can extend our hand till that aspect, till that point, wherever we want to do the service. Okay. And also we have heard how Vinde Devi, Tulsi, Vinde Devi, she expands and she contracts to facilitate all the pastimes of Radha Krishna. When this also we have heard, the aspect of space is what is the little understanding that I got when I was reading this, right? So all this is external manifestations accommodating space, time, and but here they are talking about of all this in the material world. In the material world, we cannot do any of this, right? If I'm sitting here now, if I have to see any of you there, unless you all switch on your cameras, I cannot. Of course, there are some yogis who get into this siddhi where it is said they, dip into all the rivers, and they, of course, it is a few of them who can do that. Aspect of space is, is also absent in the spiritual world, whereas it is perceived here. We can feel it here. So these are the few things that we can kind of try to understand the glories of the Lord, the glories of his, any aspect of the Lord. About here it is touching upon the Brahman effulgence, right? And then how it is infinite, limitless truth. See, that is why it becomes difficult for us to comprehend, because every time we talk of indivisible, infinite, limitless, and then the truth, and then it is also the absolute truth, right? We are all so conditioned to the finite things, the divisible things, and if things are going too wrong, everybody has a limit. We have a limit, so it is limitless for the Lord. It is infinite and indivisible. So the Brahman effulgence also has all these qualities, but then not the complete quality as absolute truth, Krishna himself. Okay. So these are the few things that we could take away from this. Any of you want to ask or add anything, you can go ahead. I had requested some time back. How many of you are able to, or I'll make a request again now. You see, all these purports, other than a few of these, most of them are very small. It would really help, like how we used to do in school and college days. Read the lesson first, okay? Hear the class, then after that, read it again. Anybody has been able to do this? Hare Krishna, devotees. Anybody has been able to do this?
Mataji, what you were saying?
I said, now tomorrow, Shloka 41 is there, right? I'm saying you read the Shloka 41 and the translation in purport, listen to the class tomorrow, and then again read it after the class. And you see how much more you will be able to understand. How much more, I would rather say how much more the Lord will reveal himself by doing this, right? Because when we read without hearing from one of the devotees, then what is it you understood, then whether it is right or wrong, or what is the addition that has been made. And then after the class also, if you are able to again read it, then again how much more you will understand. I had given this, I had just given a suggestion. So I thought I will just ask if anybody is able to do that.
Yeah, Mataji, I did for 1 or 2 slokas, and I realized it has a better understanding. Definitely.
Definitely better. So
yes,
kindly continue, Mataji. That would help.
I'll
Certainly,
continue,
in
Mataji.
that way, that will be very helpful, Mataji. But unfortunately, I'm not able to do that.
No, it's okay. I'm saying for devotees who can do it. Each of us have our own challenges. At least some of us who are able to do it, if they can do it, it will be good.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
I will
Krishna.
do it from today, right from today also, only Mataji. Definitely I will take care of this.
Yeah,
I will
read
do
the
this.
shloka. Yes, thank you.
Okay, I will do that, Mataji.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so is there anything anybody wants to ask regarding this shloka, or we can do some chanting? Devotees?
Mataji, we can read this Brahma Samhita shlokas also, no Mataji, till where we have finished.
You want to read these shlokas? From 40 shlokas you want to read? From 1 to 40? No, you want to read, we can read also.
Yeah, so devotees we can
1
take
to 40 we can read. Yeah.
1 to 40 you want to read? Okay, I will share
yes,
some shloka. The shlokas you all want to read. Okay, I will share.
So in that way, no, we can by heart the shlokas also. If we do this every day in the class, no.
Okay, I will share the shloka one, right? Okay, whatever. Give me a minute. Okay, so devotees in turns will start reading, is it? I will keep.
Yes, Mataji. Devotees who wants to read, they can raise their hands and they can take turns to read.
Okay. Just sharing it. Give me a minute. I'm sharing it.
Mataji, kindly share this Brahma Samhita in the group, Mataji.
Okay, I'll ask them. No, if you see, you have to just Google Veda-based Brahma Samhita. You will get this.
Okay.
You have to just Google. Okay. Rohini
Mataji, if you can kindly increase the font size, Mataji.
I'll just see. I'm a little poor with all these things. So I'll try my best.
Mataji, put it in the advanced view, Mataji. Only the shlokas will come.
Advanced view. And where is that?
Towards
Here,
the
Mataji,
right
in the
corner.
default
right
view.
Okay, okay. Who was saying make to this thing? Can I make you the host? Who, Rohini? Who said this?
Rajalakshmi, Mataji.
Rajalakshmi. I'll make you the co-host. Can you do that if it's okay?
The font size, is it?
No. Oh, you will have to share.
You're sharing the screen, Mataji, actually. So you can do in default view. You can go. You can click the advanced
Default
view.
view. Okay, one second. Give me a second. Default view. Stop video.
Chidananda Vigraha.
Rohini Mataji, can I make you the host?
Yes, Mataji, you can make me the host. You want me to share the screen?
Yeah, I have done that because
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't
do
want
that.
to waste time now.
I'll do that, Mataji. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll open the database. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I made you the host, Mataji. Krishna. Yeah, okay. That's good.
Mataji, I have shared. Just let me know if you can see and they can start recitation.
No, now. Yeah, now we are able to see it. Yes, devotees, please start.
Now you can start recitation, Mataji.
Okay, please go ahead, Mataji. One by one, yeah. Who will start? Anita Mataji, you
I'll
want
start.
to start?
I'll start, Mataji.
Okay, Rohini Mataji. Okay, go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, Rohini Mataji, go ahead.
Ishvarah Paramah Krishnah Satchidanand Vigrah Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam.
Anita Mataji.
Mataji, we can read about 5 shlokas, no, Mataji? Will that be okay?
Okay, how many devotees are there? I mean, like, five shlokas. How many you want?
Yeah, you can
to
just check
tell
on
me?
the raise hands and we can go according to that five shlokas each.
24 devotees we are
there, but then only some 4-5 have raised their hands. Okay, Rohini Mataji, you read at least another 2 shlokas, then we'll see if there are more devotees who want to read.
Okay. Sahasrapatra Kamalam Gokulakyam Mahatpadam Tadkarnikaram Tadhama Tad Anantam Antamsham Sambhavam Karnikaram Mahadyantram Shatakonam Vajrakilakam Sad Angasat Padisthanam Prakritya Purushena Cha प्रेमानंद महानंद रसेनावस्थितं हि यत् ज्योतिरूपेण मनुना काम बीजेन संगतम्.
Yeah, Anita Mataji, please go ahead. 3 shlokas you can.
तत्किञ्जल्कं तदंशानां तत्पत्राणि श्रियामपि चतुरस्रं तत्परितः श्वेतद्विपाख्यमद्भुतं चतुरस्रं चतुर्मूर्तेश्चतुर्धाम चतुष्कृतं चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्थैश्च चतुर्भिर्हेतुभिर्वृतं शूलैर्दशभिरानद्धम् ऊर्ध्वाधो विदिक्षु अपि अष्टभिर्निधिभिर्जुष्टम् अष्टभिः सिद्धिभिस्तथा मनोरूपैश्च दशभिर्दिक्पालैः परितो वृतं श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च पार्श्वधर्षभैः शोभितं शक्तिभिस्ताभिरद्भुताभिः समन्ततः.
Okay, Mataji, we'll ask next because that's just pretty big. So 6, 7, 8, Sudha Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Evam Jyotirmaya Deva Shadananda Paratparaha Atma Ramasya Tasyasti Prakrityana Samagamaha Mayaya Ramamanyasya Na Viyogastaya Saha Atmana Ramaya Reme Tyakta Kalam Shishikshaya Niyati Sa Rama Devi Tatpriya Tatvasham Tada Tadlingam Bhagavan Shambhu Jyoti Rupa Sanatanaha Ya Yoni Sa Parashakti Kamo Bijam Mahaddare.
Karpagavalli Mataji, 9.
Hare Krishna Dandat Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
6 to 10. Shaktiman Purusha Soyam Linga Rupa Mageshwara Tasmin Avi Rabullingi Mahavishnu Jagatpadi. Text 11. Sagastra Sisa Purushaha Sagasracha Sagastrapar Sagastra-bahur Vishwatma Sagasrasmana Sagastrasu. Text 12. Narayana Sabhavan Apastasmat Sanatanam Avirsati Karanagno Nidhi Sankashanatmaha Yoga Nidram Gatastasmin Sagasramcha Swayam Mahan. Text 13.
No, text 13, 14, 15. Krishnamurti Prabhu, please.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandat.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Tadroma Bilajaleshu Vijam Sankarshanasya cha Hemanyandani Jatani Mahabhutavrutani to Pratyandameva Mekamshat Ekamshat Vishati Swayam Sahasramurdha Vishwatma Mahavishnu Sanatanaha Vamangadasrujat Vishnum Dakshinangad Prajapatim Jyotirlingamayam Shambhum Purtadeshadavasrujat Ahankaratmakam Vishwam Tasmadedvajayata. Shall I end, Mataji?
No. So who else has raised their hands and not read?
Ata Tvaishtravidhai.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Swati
No
Mataji.
problem.
Yeah, Radhika Mataji, you want to read? Swati Mataji, go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead.
Text 17. Ata taistirvidhairvishver leelam udvata khila yoganidra bhagavati tasya shirir iva sangata. Text 18. Shishikshayam tato nabhis tasya padam padmam viniryayo tannalam hemanalinam brahmano lokamadbhutam. Text 19. Tatvani purvarudani karanani parasparam samavaya prayogyacha vibinnani pritak pritak sishikshakya sajjamanotha bhagavan adi purusha yojayan maya devo yoga nidram akalpayat.
Okay. Suprabha Sumitra Mataji, 20, 21 and 22.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Yojayitva tanev pravivesha swayam guham pravishti tasminstu jivatma pratibuddhyate sa nityo nitya sambandha prakritischa pareva sa evam sarvatma sambandham nabhyam padma harerabhut tatra brahma abhavat bhuyascha turvedi chaturmukha. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Okay. Yeah, Radhika Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, 23, right? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, yeah.
Sanjato bhagavat chaktya tat kalam kila chodita shishayamatim chakre purva samskara samskritaha dadasha kevalam dvantam nanyat kimapi sarvataha uvacha purushastasmai tasya divya sarasvati kama krishnaya govinda egopi janaiti api vallabhaya priyavadir mantram te dashyati priyam tapastvam tapayetena tava siddhir bhavishyati. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Shobha Mataji, 26.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Atat.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Ata thapet suchiram Srinam Govindam Avyayam Svetha Dvipa Pathim Krishna Holokastam Paratparam Prakritya Gunarupina Rupinya Pariupasitam Sahasradhala Samprayanne Koti Kala Bhimhite Bhumischintamaniktatra Karnikare Mahasane Samastinam Chit Anandam Jyotirrupam Sanatanam Shabda Brahmamayam Venum Vadayantam Mukhambuje Vilasini Vilasini Ganavritam Svair Amshay Abhishtutam Atha Venunina.
That was okay. That was a long one. So we'll ask now Kishori Mataji. Hare Krishna. 27, 28. Yeah, go ahead. Now Kishori Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Atha Venuninathya Traimurti Mayi Gati Spuhanti Praviveshasu Mukham Bhajani Swayambhuvaha Gayatrima Gayata Tasmat अभिगत्या सरोजः संस्कारतस चदि गुरुमा गुरुतम अगमत ततः
28, 29.
त्रया प्रबुद्धोक्ता विधिर विघ्नता तत्व सागरः तुष्टत्वा वेदासारेण स्तोत्रेण केशवम
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Mataji.
Should I sing, Mataji?
Yes, yes. 29 you finish. Yes.
चिन्तामणि प्रकार सदमाशु कल्पवृक्षा लक्षाव्रतेषु शूरभीर अभिपलयन्तम् लक्ष्मी सहस्रशता संभारमसेवयाम नम
संभ्रम सेव्यमाम
भजामि.
Yeah, 30 and 31. Rohini Mataji, will start.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
वेणुं क्वनन्तमरविन्दलयायताक्षं बर्हावतां समशिताम्बुधसुन्दराङ्गम् कन्दर्पकोटिकमणीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. आलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमाल्यवंशी रत्नाङ्गदं प्रणयकेलीकलाविलासं श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियतप्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Yeah, Anita Mataji, 32, 33.
अंगानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ते पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वल विग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमधुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Thank you, Mataji. Shiva Mataji, the next two, 34, 35.
अन्तास्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगम्यो वायोरतापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानां सोऽपि अस्ति यत्प्रपदसिम्न्यविचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. एकोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यच्चक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डजयाय दन्तः अण्डान्तरस्थपरमाणुचयान्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Thank you, Mataji.
Radhika Mataji, 36, 37. Radhika Mataji. Okay. Okay, Padma Mataji, go ahead. 36, 37.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yadbhava-bhavita-diyo anujasthataiva samprapya rupama-mahimashanayana bhusha suktiryameva nigama pratitistu vanti govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavi. Which one, Mataji? Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitabhis tabhiya eva nijarupataya kalabi godoka eva nivasti akhilatma bhuto govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Thank you, Mataji.
Sarpagoli Mataji, 38 and 39.
Mataji, thank you, Mataji. Premanja Puspita Bhakti Vilocanina Santa Sadaiva Hridesu Vilochayanti Yam Sama Sundara Machinta Gunapsarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Mrityusugala Niyamena
Mataji, it is Murtishu.
Ramadi Murtisu Kaladi Niyamena Tistan Nana Badaram Akarat Uvanishu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabat Parama Pumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Thank you, Mataji.
You can read the last one.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to finish it.
Yeah. Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Kotishu Aseshu Vasudati Vibhuti Bhinnam Tat Brahma Nishkalamanantam Ashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, devotees, for that wonderful participation. It was nice.
Thank
you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Allowing us to read the word. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you for that suggestion. That was
thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for
the opportunity to read Mataji.
Actually, we should learn this Brahma Samhita, right?
Yes.
Mataji, that instead of from the first shloka, usually during the Abhishekam, we read from
from 29.
So we can probably
daily if we read like this, it will become nice, Mataji.
So we can do this.
Everybody can learn quickly.
Yeah. So we read from shloka 29 to 53, I think.
Yeah, we are accustomed with that only, Mataji.
That we can do, Mataji, I think. Even if we are not taking the class, we can read just 29 to 5.
Okay.
We can recite.
Thank you,
Thank you. So we close the class. Thank you, devotees. Pancha Kalpatarubhisya, Vipasvidhyevcha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Ananta Koti Vaishnavindhya.
Her Grace Purna Nandini Madat
All glories to all the devotees. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank you, Mataji, for the wonderful class.
Yeah. You all get Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna.